Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe over at Longway Planetarium, and today we're going to be talking about a little bit larger of a subject when it comes to our night sky. Oftentimes when we talk about the night sky, you'll hear us reference constellations and various star names. We actually have several up right now, you'll notice. And sometimes these star names can kind of all blend together. Some of them go in one ear and out the other. We have a lot of Greek, Latin, and Arabic that we're throwing out, and sometimes it can get a little daunting. So to make that a little bit easier, sometimes you'll hear us refer to certain sections of the sky, and we'll call those sections by a specific name. So today we're going to be talking about one of those sections. We're actually going to be talking about the winter circle. Now, the winter circle is actually a group of several stars. It's not a constellation, it's actually much larger than a constellation. These stars are all parts of individual constellations, but they make up a bigger whole in our night sky. So we're looking at our southern sky right now. And if you go out any night in the near future and you look to the south, you're going to see these stars earlier at night. Now, we have several bright stars in our southern sky. We have one constellation that's really easy for people to notice. A lot of people can notice Orion pretty easy in our sky. And a lot of people will notice the star Betelgeuse, or Betelgeuse, depending on how you want to pronounce it. This star is actually right in the middle of our winter circle. So it's not going to make up one of the edges of our winter circle. It's right in the middle. But if you can find Betelgeuse, then you can easily find the knee of Orion as well, the star Rigel. Rigel is going to be one of the easier of the stars to spot. And if you can find Rigel, you can get to the very bottom of the winter circle at Sirius. Now, Sirius is going to be one of the brightest stars we can see in our sky. It's also at the very bottom of the winter circle, so once you find Sirius, if you go from Rigel to Sirius, you can actually follow the curve back up, and the next brightest star above Sirius we're going to find is Procyon. This is actually the main star in the constellation of Canis Minor. It's one of the smaller constellations in our sky. And we can go from Procyon just above it to Pollux. Now, we have Castor just above Pollux. Pollux and Castor, the two Gemini twins. So these two will be very similar. Pollux will be a little bit brighter, however. And then if we go to the very top of the winter circle, all the way to the top, you'll come to Capella. This is actually the goat star, which is tied to the constellation of Auriga. We'll talk about him a little bit later. However, Capella is going to be the very top, and Sirius is going to be the very bottom. So if we follow this curve all the way around, we got to the top, now we have to start making our way back down, and that's where we're going to hit that last star, Aldebaran. Now, Aldebaran won't be as bright, but it will be noticeable between Rigel and Capella. It's one of the only stars that's going to be on this side. And this is the main star in Taurus the Bull. So by finding the edge of the winter circle, not only can you find this area of the sky, you actually find the starting points of a lot of different constellations. So this is actually used to help find your way around our winter sky, so to speak. Each season usually has at least one of these shapes that can help you find your way around the sky. Winter's just happens to be the biggest and the easiest to spot. Now you will notice if we go over to our eastern sky, we have our spring constellations coming up over here, and we have Regulus and Arcturus, but we don't have a lot of really bright stars over here in our east sky right now, not early at night anyways. And if we look over to our western sky, well, in the west we have Venus. Venus is going to be really bright in our evening sky. But past Venus, we again don't have a lot of bright activity in the west. So these stars of the winter circle are actually going to stand out in our night sky early on at night. So I do recommend going out, finding the winter circle as a whole, because it's going to help you find several constellations, and it's a good starting point for making the rest of your constellation map.